Shrimp fried rice videos. What the heck? Oh, chicken fried rice videos. Always trying to perfect the fried rice recipe. Man, I am out of breath. Hello and good day to you all. Welcome to Realism with Christian, a show that's passionate about the film world and all the universes within it. My name is Christian Spivey, and before we get started, let's catch up a little bit. I've been to the movie theater. Oh my gosh. Black Widow. To me, entertainment factor, movie. And I think it was just the excitement of seeing a Marvel film after a long time. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. There's some things I was expecting, and I got them. And there were some things that I was expecting that I didn't want, and I didn't get them. And that was fun. Overall, it was a really fun experience to be back in the theater and watch a Marvel film because they're super hype, super exciting. It's almost like, I don't know, going to the movies to seeing a brand new movie. That's pretty much it for the most part. I think I'm going to cover mostly what I caught up on next episode because a lot of things are going to come out prior or after this video. But yeah, thank you for coming to this mini catch-up session. Today we are going to talk about films that you watch just because of a celebrity or an actor that's in the film. A lot of us will go watch a movie just because so-and-so is in it, even though it doesn't look really promising or really entertaining whatsoever. A lot of people do that. I am one of those people. But I just wanted to go through a list real quick and just talk to you about some people that I really appreciate, so you know what actors that I am going to watch no matter what they do. This is not everybody. This is a very short list, but I just wanted to go through a couple of them just so we can get the conversation started. I really want to touch on a lot of these with a new segment for the next episode called Realism with Friends. Stay tuned for that information. But here are a few actors that if they're in the film, I'm going to watch it. This is in no particular order. This is just a list that I've gathered. I don't think any of these actors are higher than the other or lower than the other. And yes, there are plenty of more actors that I will name off, just not right now. Here's just a handful of them, starting off strong with Tom Hanks. Now, Tom Hanks is probably one of the best actors of our time, of our generation. Every movie that I watch, he gives it his all. He's witty, he's serious, he's intentional, he's focused, he leaves a piece of himself in every single character that he portrays. I really love him. I loved him at the beginning. What do I mean by beginning? Basically, one of my first films, I can't really tell, and my folks can't really tell me what either, but it's one of the two. It's either Lion King or Toy Story. It was one of the films that I first saw and like enjoyed and comprehended and watched over and over again. And I'm assuming it's Toy Story, but if it's Lion King, I don't think that's a bad, oh no, it's actually this one kind of movie. But Tom Hanks, love that guy. Number two is an actress that just made my list of just like if she's in it, I'm gonna watch it. Like, she's thoroughly impressed me in all her roles. They haven't been, a lot of them have been pretty serious. So seeing her in Black Widow was kind of nice to see her with more charm, more funny aspect of things that really wasn't her character, but it fell naturally. Like, she delivered it in a way where it could be said seriously and all that. But if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Florence Pugh. I'm pretty sure that's how you say her last name. Somebody said Pudge one time, and I don't think it's that way because, one, I don't think Pudge is spelled that way. But Florence Pugh, if I'm butchering this last name, I do apologize. Please forgive me. But she is just awesome. Like, she's super young as far as like top tier actors go, and I think I'm older than her, which is like when you see an actress in the big times or actor, anybody in that time, and you're older than them, it's like, whoa, that kind of throws you for a loop for a second. And I'm not saying I'm this old wise wizard, but it's just interesting. But it inspires me more than anything. It doesn't make me jealous or like, oh no, I'm far behind or anything like that if I ever want to enter this world. But it actually inspires me because because she carried herself very maturely, and I thought she was, not to sound bad, but I thought she was older than what she was. But regardless, Also, she's dating Zach Braff, and that's a major plus. A lot of my friends enjoy that that dynamic. But if you don't know who that is, Scrubs, big fan of Scrubs. You should know who that is. Chicken Little, voice of Chicken Little, or I forgot his name, the character's name, but regardless, Florence Pugh. Sorry, oh my gosh, I almost said it. Florence Pugh, love her, great actress. Next on my list is Denzel Washington. If that man, that glorious of a man, is in that film, I'm watching that film. Even if it doesn't look promising, I promise you, I will be the first one in the theater. I'll be the first one to buy it. I'll be the first one to rewatch it. Because that man that's a standard that people should reach for. Always. Like, I never felt like proud to watch an actor after watching a film, like with such like emotion at the end, where I'm just like, wow, good job, man. Like, I'm really proud of you. And it's more like, I don't know, it's like he's like a father figure, like, to a lot of people, and like you can look up to him, but he's also like, well, I'm super proud of you, kid. Like, I don't know, that's a weird feeling, but it definitely is an emotional feeling every time I watch him perform. And just to hear him in public, he's just a stand-up guy from what it seems like in all the interviews I've seen him and speeches that he's given at universities. But Denzel Washington, 100%, 120,000%. If he's in a film, I'll watch it. Even as a cameo, I'll be like, Denzel Washington's in it? Oh man, that movie looks like it sucks, but I'm going to go watch it because he's in it. Another actress that if she's in the film, I'm like 98% sure I'm going to watch it. I don't know why 98%. I think I'm 100% going to watch it if she's in the film. But Tessa Thompson, she has been coming about even more so in the spotlight. Maybe it was Marvel that shined a light on her career, or maybe Creed. But she is a phenomenal actress. I think she has really good range as far as like what she can do, what she wants to do. I don't know, but like everything I've seen her, she's been great. I would love to see her and Florence Pugh in a film together. Maybe we might get in the future of Marvel films somehow, one way or form or another. I don't know, but I think Tessa Thompson is a top tier actress, and I definitely will watch any film that she will be in and whatever character she's portraying, because she's just really good. I don't know. If you don't believe she has range, I mean, who she is as Valkyrie, who she was in Men in Black, who she was in Creed, who she was in So I'm Sorry to Bother You. There's a lot of range she has and possesses. So if you disagree, I don't know why. All right, so this actor, he's been in a lot of things, and he's actually definitely been one of my favorite actors ever since I saw him in Drive. It's not Ryan Gosling, but it's Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac is, oh man, you want to talk about range? Tessa Thompson has range, but like as far as Oscar Isaac goes, I don't think I haven't seen him play some kind of like character that I wanted to be. Also, like him as like a person, as an actor. If I was an actor, he's in every role that I would like want to be in. He portrays the characters. He has the look. Like he's just like a lot of the Pinterest, like, cause like style. I'm into like fashion and stuff minorly, but like, you know, a lot of men's fashion. There's like a top handful of guys that I would look into, and he's definitely on that list where I'm just like, oh, what's Oscar Isaac wearing these days? Like, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess I could get into depth about it, but I'm not. But like, he's definitely a fashion inspiration to me, and just seems like a cool guy. Also, like when I saw him in Star Wars, that really did it for me. I'm a biased person when it comes to Star Wars, but Poe Dameron, oh my gosh, that guy was everybody I wanted to be. Everyone wanted to be Han Solo at one point or another, which was me as well. But as soon as Poe came into the picture, I was just like, I wanted to be him. But Oscar Isaac definitely, like, man, he's worked with a lot of people, and he's worked in many different dynamic of films and whatnot, but he's definitely somebody I like would look up to as far as acting goes and just respecting the game. Like Oscar Isaac. And then this one's kind of like a tribute per se. The last one that I want to talk to you about, and I really want to cover him on the channel as like his own dedicated episode. We'll go into like, you know, how Screen Rant's like top this person's films or whatever, and like not trying to copy Screen Rant or Watch Mojo or whatever, but like because they do it the best. But I definitely just like want to talk about this guy eventually. But Daniel Day-Lewis, my guy. My goodness gracious. You want to talk about phenomenal acting. Whatever you think about, what is it called? Method acting. But who cares? That man is dedicated. Like, regardless of how far he goes to be in character, but just the support he gets. And then all the film roles that he's been in. Even in the films where you're just like, I don't know about that one. He was phenomenal. One, he makes it really believable that he is this person, that this character is just this, and that whoever plays him is not action actor. It's just like somebody they grabbed from that time frame and placed it in the film, and he doesn't know what's going on, and that's it. But oh my goodness gracious, talk about interpretations of characters that we have never heard audio wise or seen on the camera, and just portraying things that are original characters. I mean, I know he's not acting anymore. I know he's retired from what we know, but ever since I saw him, my first film that I ever saw Daniel Day-Lewis in was There Will Be Blood. And I was like, who is this man that is putting fear into my body? And I'm just like, what is going on? He's just really believable. And I'm like, dang. And I started researching. I'm sorry that he stays in character. And then like, he's very humble. And like his Oscar speeches, like it's just he's a very classy guy, but he's very like laid back and down to earth. From what it seems. I don't know him personally. I don't know any of these people personally. I hope to work with them one day and in the director's chair and be like, hey, remember that? And they'll be like, what are you talking about? And I'll be like, don't worry about it. Don't look it up. But Daniel Day-Lewis is definitely like, if I had to put a range or like a level or like number system as far as like these actors goes, I would say Daniel Day-Lewis by far, just because like the accent thing is super hard to do. I feel like to nail it and be consistent at it. And I think his approach to method acting isn't radical whatsoever. I think there's some people that take it to an extreme. Shia LaBeouf. But hey, if they portray the character well, I guess that's the way they had to do it. But Daniel Day-Lewis, I feel like, is one of the best to ever live. There's a lot of people that can probably hold that title. But until next time, that's pretty much it. Like, those are just some of the actors that if they're in a film, I am watching that film. You best believe. But that's pretty much it. If you have an actor or actress or anybody or a top list that if that person's in that film, tell me who it is. Like, comment below, subscribe while you're at it, push that notification thing, whatever helps me. I honestly don't even know what helps me. I just want to talk about movies most of the time. But if it does help and we get more people into this and we can have deeper, larger conversations and whatnot. But real quick, I did say something about a new segment coming on to the show. I'm super inspired. I think that I've always wanted to do this project. It was supposed to be a podcast with like guests coming in. It was like a whole ordeal. It's called something else. It's supposed to take place in the car. I was supposed to be driving. There's supposed to be a guest on every time. And I always loved the idea of doing, talking about things that I'm passionate about with other people who may share that passion or even may not share that passion. But I think that is coming the next episode. If it's not the next episode, it's the one after that. But I want to introduce to you realism with, nope, not Christian. Scratch that. I want to introduce to you realism with friends. It's exactly that. It's this show, but with an extra person on there. I bought a new mic. I love using it for myself because I'm selfish, and I'll probably use it in there, or maybe I'll use it for the other person because who knows. But we'll figure it out. But next episode, I have a friend coming on. He's actually, if not more passionate about film than I am. He goes beyond. He's introducing me to new things that I've never heard of. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're nailing it on the coffin. But I was like, dude, you need to come on the show and like we need to just talk about film. And he's like, cool. We did a test run episode because I didn't know how this would work or sound because I haven't figured everything out entirely. But we had fun with it. It made our voices sound super deep. I might share the clip in that episode, some of the blooper reel and all that. And he was just a hella tense. But regardless, I'm excited. I'm super stoked to have somebody on the show and talk to more movies about, because none of y'all are commenting and telling me what you want. Please, for the love of Gandhi, just like tell me what you are watching or what movie you would watch just because of the actor. I know there's some of my friends that Leonardo DiCaprio, if he's in it, they're watching it. And if it doesn't even have to be like an in-depth reason. Like it was like, oh, the intellectual of he carries, the acting of his portrayal, blah, blah, blah. No. If you think that person is just beautiful, like by all means, like tell me that. Like you don't want to watch like, you know, actually it doesn't really matter. Just tell me what the reason is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for your time, and we'll see you on Realism with Friends. Let's go. Hello. This portion is a very serious portion at the end. I know some of you probably already know what this is. It's nothing crazy, in my mind at least, or nothing out of the ordinary. It's just an encouragement segment. I feel like nervous because I don't want it to be what I have to say to you. I want it to be what God has to say to you. I said that so awkwardly, but I just want it to be a very serious moment between you and me and God. Like, I mean, again, not me, actually. Scratch that. Scratch what I just said. I don't want it to be about me at all. It's about you and God. I hope that I can use this time at the end, saving the best for last, to introduce you to Jesus. Following Jesus is not an easy thing, and like life, it's not easy at all. There's just like choices you want to make. I feel like there's choices you have to make and sacrifices in order to live out this lifestyle and get the fullness out of it. It's not some magic thing that makes your life better or anything like that, but it's something that I think will benefit you in the long run as far as where you go after you die. I believe there is a heaven and a hell. I believe you spend an eternity there, whichever you go. And I think the gateway to heaven is Jesus, through the Son. And whether you believe that or not, and it's not to scare anybody into like following him, because that's not how it birthed, and I don't think that's how I wanted people to be introduced to it, even though I just said it like that. But ultimately, I care about you. There is a paradise. There is a heaven. It's not some magical place in the sky. It's a total supernatural realm that we can't comprehend. And it's offered to every single one of us if we make that decision to follow him and to accept Christ. So that is available for you. If that's something you would be interested in, I feel like I'm sales pitching people right now, but that's not the case at all. You don't even have to go through me or anything like that, but I would love to help you if you have a lot of questions. So by all means, personal message me on my social media. I have Facebook, Christian Spivey, or Christian Alexander Spivey if you need specifics. I have Instagram, Christian Spivey. You can message me on there. You can message us on Realism with Christian. You can DM us on there, and anybody who answers will be more than happy. Is most likely me or my wife. But I just want to let you know that that's available to you. If it's available to everybody, I don't know why people wouldn't offer it more often on anything. But it's there for you. He's waiting. If you have any questions about that, by all means, please message me. But we are praying for you, and we love you, and Jesus loves you. And there's just so much more to being a Christian that surface level and everything else comes with it. It's not all rainbows and ponies and whatever people want to imagine it to be. It's a lifestyle that you choose to live, and it's hard. It is. But if you're willing to do it, I don't think anything but blessings will come your way when you need them at most. But that is available to you. If you need anything, please shout us out. All right, that's it. Love you guys.